Listen closely because everything you thought you knew about pushing corporations to change is about to shift. You're sick of watching boards lazily ignore glaring problems, ignoring toxic cultures, bloated costs, and strategies that bleed value instead of creating it. It's maddening, right? You pour time and money into companies that should be crushing it, and yet they keep dragging their feet, stuck in the same old cycles that serve insiders, not investors. That frustration? It's the fire burning under every activist short seller. Here's the brutal truth. Activist shorts don't just bet against companies, they unsettle entire walls of complacency. They expose the rot. But they also face armies of entrenched managers, PR blitzes, and legal walls designed to smother disruption. You know this battle is steep. But what most miss? The power isn't just in screaming from the sidelines. The real game is in the surgical strikes, the pinpoint attacks that don't just drag secrets into the daylight, but force boards to rethink everything they thought was safe. You want to know exactly what to do? First, stop playing it safe with generic short calls. Be sharper. Hunt for the invisible, the shadow costs, the misaligned incentives buried deep in executive bonuses, the failing culture that's bankrupting long-term value behind glossy quarterly reports. The key is ruthless research. Tear apart every narrative they push, not just superficially but down to their very bones. Find the stories management is desperate to hide, whether that's silent corruption, strategic incompetence, or fraud masked as restructuring. Next, weaponize public pressure effectively, but don't just blast social media or leak to the press hoping for noise. Create an infestation of trust cracks within the investment community first. Whisper truths in the right ears, behind closed doors, before the firestorm is public. The moment major institutional investors start doubting, the dominoes will fall faster than you think. But here's the part that will crush you if you don't master it. Timing. Many activist shorts blow their load too early, plunging in without stacking their cards just right. You must orchestrate every move with relentless precision, like a conductor commanding a symphony of exposure, pressure, and strategic calls. This isn't a sprint, it's a brutal dance where patience serves power. And don't get fooled by skepticism around short activism's ability to truly reform corporations. Every time a giant shakes under activist heat, it's a crack in the illusion of management immortality. They can't ignore the market forever when enough sharp players start pulling these threads. Shorts push companies to shed toxic leaders, overhaul broken strategies, and stop bleeding cash to side projects that make no sense. This isn't charity, it's raw, uncensored market justice. If you want to transcend the noise and become the rare force that reshapes entire industries, here's your order. Stop settling for surface-level wins. Dig way deeper. Build coalitions with like-minded investors who see value beyond short-term profits, those willing to challenge the status quo without fear. Flow capital with intention. Use information not just to expose but to rebuild. Finally, remember this isn't just about breaking companies apart for profit. It's about creating a new reality, where markets reflect truth, where capital funds revolution, not stagnation, and where freedom means the power to demand accountability. When activism is wielded with that mindset, it becomes a tool for transformation, not destruction. So, get ruthless, be relentless. Build that invisible network, and watch how your activism detonates complacency, forces corporate reform, and unleashes value others can't even imagine. The system fights back, but it can't survive when exposed by the few who refuse to accept illusions. The power is in your hands. Use it to break chains, shatter myths, and command real change. This is how the future is won.